This is day 4 of turning $500 into $5,000 trading crypto. Let's go over today's news. So today there are two major things we want to go over. The first is that Bitcoin has experienced a slight decline of 0.55% trading at approximately $67,984 earlier in the evening. It dropped around $66,800 before recovering slightly above $68,000 overnight. In contrast, Dogecoin has seen a significant increase of 9.7%, with its price rising to about $0.1625. Now, this just goes to show that just because one coin goes down does not mean that the whole market is crashing, or that just because Bitcoin is going down, that doesn't mean that Bitcoin is going to disappear, because it dropped down this morning and then it's come back up to $68,000 again. Now, another big thing we need to be watching out for is tomorrow is the US presidency election, which means that some people believe that if Trump wins, then it will skyrocket. Bitcoin will skyrocket and many other cryptocurrencies will skyrocket. And that if Kamala Harris wins, then all cryptocurrencies will fall down and go to zero. Or that no matter who wins, nothing's gonna really happen. And one thing we do need to remember is that many people in America forget that there are actually other countries outside of America that do trade cryptocurrency. So although the US presidential election may have an impact on the crypto market, it will not decide whether it goes up or down with a significant amount. So the crypto market won't crash just because a president was elected. Now let's go over our portfolio. First of all, we have $483.22. So we can see that we are down from our $500, but it's okay because it will go up. Now, if you look to the right, actually, you can see this is on a day time frame chart, how it's gone up and down, up and down, up and down. So although it goes down and then it comes back up, we can see that it stays generally in the same position that it started. Just going to show that cryptocurrencies do take a dip, they go down and up, and it's no need to be concerned about. So we can see here that Bitcoin is down $1.61. Yesterday we were down a couple dollars, but today we're only down $1.61, meaning that Bitcoin is going up. But Ethereum and Dogecoin are actually down more than we'd like, but again, there's no need to sell because we are actually doing okay on those coins. Now, looking at the chart again, let's start with Bitcoin. Now, the reason we talk about Bitcoin so much is because that's where we're going to make the most of our money. So we can see here, let's zoom out on the day. Now we're on the day time frame. You can see right here on the top left, but that Bitcoin is going down and up, down and up. But ultimately, we are going up because we have higher highs and higher lows. Once those start going down to lower highs and lower lows, then that is when we want to look into buying more actually, rather than just selling all our Bitcoin, because that's when everybody else is selling. But for right now, let's zoom in and focus here. If we look here on the day time frame, we can see that it is actually respecting this resistance line, and it may actually become a support line only because it has bounced off here and now it will be bouncing off here. So this may become our new support rather than a resistance line. Now, why this is important is because now the support is on the bottom, resistance on the top. So if this becomes the support, meaning this becomes the bottom, then Bitcoin is looking to shoot up to create a new resistance. Now, of course, this won't happen overnight, so you'll have to check in with me, and every day I'll be going over what Bitcoin has been doing. Going to Ethereum, Ethereum is respecting the support and resistance levels. It's been going up and down relatively close to the support and resistance. We can see here that we have a strong resistance level. It tends to bounce off this resistance level quite a bit. If we zoom in even more, this last time it really tried to push 2 times above the resistance, but it couldn't. Now going down to the support, again, we see a green candle here indicating that it could possibly start going up, meaning that this is a strong support. Now, Ethereum is in a range right now, meaning that it goes up and down, but not with high rates. The up and the down stay pretty much the same, and this is important. Again, I said this in the last video, because the longer it stays in the range means the bigger it will shoot out. When it goes out, it will either shoot all the way up here, I'm expecting, to about $3,000, or it could drop down to about $2,000. Now, this is all speculation. It is not financial advice, so don't take the trades just off of what I said, but we'll have to keep looking every day at this chart to see exactly what Ethereum is going to do. Now, Dogecoin has actually been the most interesting for me, because originally this was my support and this was my resistance, but then I drew another support down here, because this one in black, anytime you see a black line on my chart, it means it's a possible support or a possible resistance, because Dogecoin had broken down and closed 3 candles. Actually, that would be 4 candles. It had closed 4 candles under my support. I decided that that was not a super strong support, and I thought it may drop down to right here, 0.14. So it didn't quite make it all the way down there. It wicked down there, but it didn't close down there. So we'll have to look and set a support right around here is a good possible support, but I won't change it yet. I'll wait for the Dogecoin market to go up and down a little bit just to see what Dogecoin decides to do, because it may go up a little bit and then drop down to this support, meaning that this was actually a strong support. Now, one last thing I wanted to touch on is that although $500 may not make or break someone, it's not a crazy amount of money. You can actually see that $500 can be moving pretty fast. We can see here that if you've noticed every video, even all throughout the video, it would be changing like it just did. Bitcoin went up. I was now down $1.57, where I was down $1.56. It's changing constantly. So it's hard to predict exactly when it's going to peak and when it's going to drop, but we just keep an eye out on the percentage and how much it's dropped in order to make an informed decision on whether we want to sell or not. Now, subscribe to stay in the loop, especially because the upcoming election, which is actually tomorrow, that's going to be big news for crypto, and it may not happen instantly. We may not see a drop or a rise in the market, but you'll want to subscribe, because I'll be going over exactly what's happening when the market starts to go up or when the market starts to go down.